Here to react, University of San Diego finance professor Dan Roccato. You know, Dan, there's a lot of conversation to be had, and we will be having it throughout the morning, about the constitutionality or the unconstitutionality of the program he had already laid out and what he plans to do now. But here's what I'd love to address with you. These student loan forgiveness programs, they actually don't do anything to solve an ongoing problem, which is hyperinflation in higher education. They don't do anything to solve the problem of the high cost of an education.
Hi, Will. Good morning to you. You're absolutely right. And also, I would add to that, Will, the accountability in higher education. You know, American consumers are terrific. We're probably the best on the planet. We know more about what goes into our mini-wheats than we do oftentimes what goes into, spending and financing our higher education expense, right? So when you think about that, that's kind of a shame. And there's an opportunity here that you and I have talked about a lot over the last year or so on the air, which is we could have focused our efforts on reform instead of forgiveness. And that's really, I think, where we missed a huge opportunity with this.
Yeah, because forgiveness is easier and it's more sexy to sell to the voters. Hey, you just get out of your burden, out of your obligation. And that's a part of the conversation as well, accountability and paying for what you've taken on. But there is the one legitimate side of this entire enterprise is there is a massive problem. College costs way too much money, and it's going up way too fast. And the bang for its buck and the return on investment is not there. So what can we do to reform the problem of high cost of higher education?
Yeah. I think you summarized it well. And I think it, again, comes down to accountability in the sense that we need to hold colleges accountable for outcomes, and families, shoppers, students, parents, families need to hold those colleges accountable as well, which doesn't mean that you need to go to the best named college, but spend more time thinking about and researching the outcomes for that college, especially, Will, when it comes to your major. Studies have shown it doesn't so much matter which college you go to as it matters what you major in, what you're good at when you come out, to see how employable you are and what kind of career you're going to have. I'm blessed. Right. I work for a college that's very focused on those issues, but I can tell you that's not the case across the board in higher education.
Let me get your input on this. You know, we're sitting at this moment in time in the economy where the Biden administration, I think even the Fed, they're worried that the economy is too hot. Then, in essence, in a way, it's going too well. Well, there is this sense of, forbearing. There's a sense of dread, I think, for many Americans out there. The economy feels fragile, like we're out there in the middle of the pond on thin ice. Here's what Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says, though, about our future.
For a year now, we've heard our fair share of predictions about an imminent U.S. recession. But our economy has proven more resilient than many had thought, and I continue to believe there is a path to reducing inflation while maintaining a healthy labor market. Without downplaying the significant risks ahead.
So what do you think, Dan? Is she too optimistic in her recession assessment, or are we too pessimistic?
I think the secretary is obviously a remarkably bright woman. In this case, however, I think that she misses the mark in the sense that while we're buried in the numbers, are we in a recession or not? What's consumer spending look like, et cetera? I call this a kitchen table recession, Will. What I mean by that is when you and I and our families sit around the kitchen table and we understand the fact that our paychecks aren't going as far as they were over the last year or two because of inflation and because our wages haven't kept up with that inflation. Guess what? We feel that our family is in a recession. So this kitchen table recession that I like to refer to is real for many families. A lot of families are doing really well. Don't misunderstand me. But there unfortunately are millions of families across the country who feel that they're in a recession. And guess what, my friend? Yeah. That's what matters.
Yeah, that's absolutely what matters. All right, Dan Roccato, great conversation. Thank you.
Thanks, Will.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.